All right, so you were thinking of trying Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I'm so excited for you. Like, it's great. I can remember back when I went to my very first class, and I remember thinking, like, I don't know what to expect. And I know that's part of the fear of maybe not going. You're thinking about it, you're like, I just don't know what to expect, what it's gonna be like. This video is designed to help you know what it's gonna be like when you walk through those doors. The first thing to expect when you go to your first Jiu Jitsu class is a warm welcome. Jiu Jitsu is a very obvious, intense thing that we do. It's a martial art where we are grappling and we are trying to choke each other or armbar or ankle lock or all various kinds of submissions. And yet it's such a warm and welcoming community. And you should feel that. You should expect that. Like that should be part of what, when you walk through the doors, you're going to see a smiling face. You're going to have people there to answer any questions you have and get you signed up and let you know how to get started. Like you're going to feel that from the very beginning. And I'll just say, side note, if you don't feel that, that's an exception because most gyms, every gym I've been to, I've felt that. I know there are gyms that exist that don't have it. So find the ones that do because that's a fair expectation. A warm welcome to a new person, that's a good thing. All right, the second thing you can expect is an opportunity for warm up. Now, most gyms are going to have a 5 to 10 minute warm up that the lead coach instructor is going to lead everybody through. But some gyms just kind of expect that people are going to do that on their own. And so by the time the coach gets out, you just start training right away. But there is an opportunity for warm up. So as you walk in and you're being greeted by the front desk, you'll probably see people already on the mat or making their way on the mat even a few minutes before class. And those people are warming up. They're doing things that they need to get loose. And then anything that happens in class is just bonus on top of that. Now, you're not required to do that. It's just optional. So I just want you to know there's an opportunity to get your body loose and warmed up before you start. Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a very intense workout and demand on your body. So I highly recommend warming up. Everybody does that in their own way. We can do a separate video on that. But what I'm trying to tell you is there'll be an opportunity for warm-ups, both before class and as class begins. The third thing you're going to expect is the official start to the class. Now, everybody's going to do this a little different, but most places I've been, you're going to have the belts line up. They tend to line up in order of rank. So Jiu-Jitsu will start from the highest down. So you have a black belt, that's your highest rank, then it's going to go brown, purple, blue, and white. And so most people line up in that order. Now, if the classes are big enough, sometimes those color belts, like if there's 6 brown belts there, they're going to start their own line, and then you'll have color belts and white belts behind them, and so on. But you line up in order of rank. Now, if you show up your first day and you forget this, it's okay. I'm certainly not going to get mad at you. I've had a white belt stand beside me to my, like, the highest. It's like, it's fine. I'm glad you're there. Like, I just want you to know that's what to expect. That you, again, it's a welcoming environment. We're not mad at you. It's part of the process. You don't know any better. It's okay. And it's really not that big a deal. We want training partners and we're glad you're there. But I do want to give you a fair expectation that that happens. And so you know, like, oh, this is how we're lining up. And the coaches, the black belts are going to be in front. They're going to bow us in. They might say a few words, bow you in, and then class has officially begun. All right, the next thing that's going to happen is coach is going to display a technique and then allow everyone the opportunity to do that technique with a partner. And so this is a very light drilling is what we would call this. And so there's no, your opponent is not resisting. When you partner up with that person in class, they're not resisting because the goal of this time is to learn what coach just showed. So this is not sparring, this is not the rolling, this is not the grappling yet. This is just us learning the techniques. So probably the majority of the class is going to be this. So coach will show a technique and he'll say, all right, ready, break. Different traditions for how they break, but in some way, shape, or form, the coach is going to communicate, okay, you've watched me do it a few times, now it's your turn. And that's what's great about it, because jiu-jitsu is so many things going on. You get to hear what he's saying, you get to watch what he's doing, and then you get to go try it. And your partner there is likely, if it's your first class, they'll partner you up with a higher rank, so they can be there to help you. But you're going to do that for a few minutes. And then what will happen is, coach will say, all right, let's come back in and talk about it. He might see details that people are missing, and hey, okay, let's think about this. So you can expect that it's not just 50 techniques in one class. It might be 1 or 2 techniques, and then working on details to that technique. So he shows one, you go work on it, then you come back, you regroup, think about a few details everyone was missing, and then we go back and try to clean that up. Next up is going to be opportunities to grapple, or we might call it rolling, or we'll call it different things. I stick with rolling, But this is where we're going to set a timer for usually 3 to 5 minutes, and we're going to slap and we're going to bump, and then it's go time. Right now, if it's your first class, like, you can go at your own pace, but you know, I've seen it all, right? Sometimes people come in, they're super reserved. They're like, I don't, and then sometimes people come in their first class and it's 1,000 miles an hour and they're coming to get you. And as a higher rank, like, we're prepared for both. So whatever you want to come with, we're probably just going to match you and try to make sure that, you know, we're taking care of you, and because we want you to come back, right? But the rolling is a great fun part of class. That's probably, there's usually 10 to 15 minutes at the end of class allowed for this. It's a great way for you to test yourself, and you're going to find yourself in some really bad positions and not knowing what to do, and that's okay too. Then you just keep coming back to class and getting more details to clean those things up. But you can expect that, and I will say, side note, you can expect to be extremely tired at the end of that round, unlike anything you've ever done before. So please expect that, but it'll be a lot of fun, right? Like, it's totally fun, and it's optional. If you would rather your first class, you just want to watch the rolling, that's totally okay, right? Just sit down and say, I think I'm going to watch today, and maybe next class you can do it, right? Totally your call. And I think most gyms are going to be open to that, okay? And you can also be open to rolling with some people, and if you're really uncomfortable, maybe a little nervous about rolling with someone else, it's okay. You can say, no, thank you. I might just watch this round. That's okay too, but it's definitely an option you can expect at the end of class. Like I said, 3 to 5 minute rounds, super awesome, super great. I love it, right? It's exhausting, but you'll love it too. And it's a great way to test ourselves in jiu-jitsu. And that's one of the best things about this art is we're able to learn techniques, and then when it comes time for rolling, you can go 100% and you're going to find out if this works or not, right? And I love it. So it's a great way to test our skills. All right, so we've been welcomed to the gym. We've bowed in. We've got our warm-ups. We've drilled some techniques with our partners. We've listened to coach. We got to roll even, and that was great. And now what happens? Well, usually at the end, we'll come back together. We'll line back up in that same order of rank. If you forget, it's okay, but just know that's why when you see people going to specific places, that's what they're doing. And then coach is going to line us up, and he's usually going to give some type of little mini speech, right? And I kind of like this. It's always fun. He might give you some motivational talk and just try to encourage everyone. Like, he wants everyone to stay in the journey. He wants everyone to be coming back, and he's watching and seeing things happen. And so he might address something, might open up the floor for questions at the end. That's always an opportunity where, you know, you'll have someone ask like, hey, you know, I'm stuck in this position. Like, what do I do? And you might workshop that out in front of everyone. And that's always a really cool time. And so a great opportunity, but it's always fun to listen to how coaches wrap it up. I like it. It's always fun to hear a little motivational speech or have a good question from a student, and you get to clean up some technique and learn from that. So that's always fun as well. You'll bow out, and that's it. Your first class is over. Like, that's it. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you to just think through, like, what do I expect my first class? Because I get it. We were all there once, and it can be a little nerve-wracking, a little nervous walking through that door for the first time. So totally normal, but I think you can have confidence. So go give it a shot. Go be confident, pull in the parking lot and walk through the door, be greeted by the warm welcome, get ready to roll, have some fun drilling, have some fun sparring, some fun rolling. And I hope you find yourself coming back, because at the end of the day, like, we want people to continue to train. We want more people to train, and we want you to have a great time doing so. And I think you'll have a great experience. I want to give a shout out to Black Market Kimonos. I believe it is, look, we all have a handful of gis. One of them for sure needs to be a Black Market Kimono. Roll heavy, travel light. Like, it is marketed, and rightly so, as the best lightweight gi on the market. I believe that. I think how many ever gis you have, a Black Market Kimono needs to be one of them. I highly recommend it. They are absolutely phenomenal. So shout out to them for helping sponsor this video. Guys, until next time, train on.